Hello there, everyone. I am sorry, we're going straight onto the tabletop today. The other camera doesn't seem to be working, so we're just going to stick with this one. At least we can see what's happening and we don't have to look at my face all the way through. Hello there, everyone that has popped in. Hello there, Lorraine, and hello, Christine and Sue. Hi, I hope everyone is good today. And it's Thursday, so we're nearly at the weekend. I hope that you do have something really nice planned for the weekend as well. So today we did release a new crafter flower, and as you can see, it is very, very pretty. This is the new one that we have. This is the crafter flower African daisy. We have 3 different flowers in here. 2 are open, and then we have a little bud. We have a number of different leaves. We also have some stems and flower centers as well. Hello, everyone that has popped in. And also a big hello to the lovely Roxy. She is behind the badge today. She will be popping in all of the links. So please do say hello to Roxy as well. Also, if you do share this live stream, you are in with a chance of winning a $15 gift certificate to the Alta New store. So I'm going to stop my rambling now, and we are going to create a card with this very pretty set. So hello there, everyone that has popped in, and thank you so much for sharing too. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to create some really, really light colored flowers. I didn't want to just do them white, but I did want them kind of with maybe a touch of a peach to them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one of these dies. I'm going to kind of use this as a little bit of a guide to where I want my little blend in. I don't want too much, so I am going to use my little favorite ones, which are the small blending tool sets. And I'm going to go for a color that I don't normally use that often. You know me, trying to grab out inks that I may have to dust off a little bit. I'm going to go with the Peach Perfect. Now, I am going to be doing all of the layers on the 2 larger flowers. So I'm going to miss out the bud today. I'm just going to do these 2 flowers. So that means I've got 6 layers. So I'm going to need to do 6 of these little blended pieces so I can cut them out. Right, so it's right about here is going to be the center. So I'm just going really lightly on this. I don't want to go straight down because I know if I do that, I will leave maybe some bristle brush marks there. Hello, everyone that has popped in. I do hope that you've had a great week. Also, if you do have any good news, please let us know. Me and Roxy, we love some good news. So please let us know yours. And, only if you want to, though. Don't feel pressured into it. I'm not going to pressure anyone into it. So around about here, I think, is going to be okay for another spot of peach. Now, these layers do line up perfectly with each other. But if you don't want to, if you want to slightly offset them, you're going to get the look of even more petals than what there are. So I think that's cool too. You don't need to get it perfect, just get it roundabout. So as you can see, I've got like really dark kind of center point, and then it just blends out the white, and that's what I wanted. So if I pop that there again, and then I can pop another spot right about here. And again, I am doing 6 of these. Also, if you wanted to, you could have done this in a blue or a yellow, maybe even a pink. And that would give you like that pink spot right in the center of the daisy. So right about here, I think I'll do another one, and then I need 2 more. You can take this color further out for each layer if you wanted to. It's up to you as well. But I am going to kind of fluff my petals up, so that's what I'm going to do. Oh, Kimberly, yes, these brushes are fabulous. So if you go in like really light to start with, and then just keep pushing harder and harder, it's going to give you a really great blend with no harsh lines. These are my favorites. I just love them. But I would recommend getting the large one as well for the backgrounds. I would, if you were doing stripes, these would be fine on the background. But if you're doing like an all over ombre background, I think we'll do one. I would definitely recommend a larger blending tool for that one. And I think I've got some blues on my desk. If not, I'll just run around and grab some. No biggie. It's just on the other side of the desk. Okay. Oh. I'm missing comments. Sorry, everyone. I'm just going to have to go up. Okay. Okay. Oh, Christine, I'm glad you're enjoying your songs. Oh, Avril, I'm glad that your tulips have survived. A couple of my flowers didn't. The winds have been pretty bad. Oh, Sarah, that is lovely. I'm so glad that she has enjoyed stenciling as much as we do as well. Okay. Oh, Vicky, no, I've never done a green flower and then like blue leaves. That has not been something I've done, but thank you for the idea. Maybe I should give that one a go. I mean, not today, because I have a plan today. I mean, I had half a plan. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move that over because I am going to be using my mini blossom. We probably already knew this. So I'm just going to trim my little pieces down and grab out the layers for my flowers. So I've just got those 6 there. Sorry, I know I'm going to sneeze in a minute, okay? I'm just letting you know in case it's a loud one, but I can feel a tickle and I just don't want to scare anyone when it happens. So just a precaution. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to place that just in that centerpiece. I'm going to grab another one of my dies again. Adding that to where I think the center going to be. And a little bit of tape down on both. I love this satin masking tape from Ultim. It did take us a while to get the one that we really, really wanted. But this is it. This is my favorite go-to one. Okay, pick that up. As you can see, I am using that metal shim in there. I just find it's an extra precaution to get it to cut the first time around. I used to get to the point where I put my plate through a couple of times, but just putting it through once with this, it saves a lot of time. Okay. So I have my 2 layers there, so I can move these 2 out. And I normally have a little bowl to put the dies in, but it's up on top. Not great. Okay. Just going to trim this down at the center point there. I believe that's around about the center. Oh, yes. Serena, those little detailed ones are so cute. And they are great for adding like really touches of different details to stencils as well. So I'm just going to pop those right about the center. Tape on. And with my metal shim, I do pull it back around about 1 centimeter or 1/2 inch from the edge. Hey, Yvette. Okay. So we've just got one more of the flowers to go through. Okay. They're looking very pretty. I think that one's going to be on that. That's going to be on that one. My bin is overflowing. I've got to the point now where I'm just throwing stuff in the kind of direction of the bin because it's that full now that anything that I do actually put on the bin, oh no, I've used those ones. Anything that I do actually put in the bin doesn't go in it. It just falls out of it anyway. So just the general direction of the bin is the way I'm living my life at the minute. Okay. So put that down. Confused myself. Not. I mean, it's really easy to do. Oh, yeah, Helena, this is the perfect size to take away. Especially if you have like a little caravan or, I don't know, I think You guys in the US call it a trailer, maybe. You go away a couple of times camping. It's a good kind of size to take away. Okay. All right, so I've got all my flower pieces. Move them over. I am going to need some flower centers. Now there are 3 layers for the flower centers, but I think I'm just going to go with 2. And I'm just going to add some ink blending onto this piece of cardstock. Now with my flowers, because I do want to kind of pull these up a little bit, I didn't add any adhesive to the back, but as my flower centers are going to be quite fiddly, I am going to add some adhesive on the back of those before I start. So I'm just going to kind of line that up on my double-sided adhesive sheet. Just trim. It doesn't need to be perfect. It's going to be fine. Thank you, Sue. I thought that would be a nice, cute little way of making maybe more of a whitish looking flower. And that light peach really does add a beautiful warmth to it anyway. Come on, there we go. There you go. Oh, Sarah, this one is so easy to line up. If you don't get it perfect, it really doesn't matter. It's just going to look like more petals. So that's really great. So I have my double-sided adhesive on there. And I'm going to add some yellow blending onto this piece. So I'm going in with some Sunray. Maybe I do all 3 pieces. I don't know. I get to myself and I think, look, I'm going to show you what it's like with 2. But then I think, but there's 3 there. Maybe I should use all 3. And then I just get myself in a little bit of a muddle. I'm going to go in with chamomile then. As you can see, that blending is not perfect, but the little pieces that we're going to be die cutting out are tiny. So even if the blending is not fabulous, it's still going to look okay. It could be really, really streaky, but you know, it's not really that streaky anyway, but it's just not great. Oh, sorry, this one's Snapdragon. Add that on. Okay, so I have little splotches of colour down here with the adhesive on behind. So we can add on the little inside pieces. So this is going to be the darkest. Now, you can see which ones are going to be the darker but by what colour is kind of shown on the front. So that's a bigger one. I think that one would work. These 2 I think are going to be the mid shade. That one and that one. Oops. And I also love ink blending die cuts, because you can just use like scraps of little paper, and I love the gradient that you're going to get on it as well. It's not just going to be one color all the way through. There's going to be pretty gradients on it as well. Oh, Vicky, that would be awesome. And then you could also just cut the layers more and more if you wanted a fuller, thicker flower as well. Okay. So I'm just going to move them off. I think, yeah, you can tell that they've cut through, but I don't want to kind of disturb them at the minute. I've still got leaves to go. I just need another piece of cardstock. I'm just going to grab a scrappy piece. That'll do. Means we'll use the scraps that we've got. All right. go with the dark green first. So this is Mountain Pine. Oh yeah, Avril, it's an awesome way to really get rid of scraps. Oh, because I mean, they don't need to be like perfect color tones or anything like that. But I'm sure I'm not the only one to actually have a drawer full of scrap cardstock. I can't be. So this is the shadow. No, it's not. It's the Mountain Pine. So I've added that down. I'm then going to go into Shadow Creek. And this one, the larger blending tool really does throw down that ink a lot more than these smaller ones. Hello there, Roberta. Okay, so that one is the Shadow Creek. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of Firefly. So I've just missed out the grass fields, but it's fine. Everything's fine. Beautiful. Okay, I'm just going to kind of wipe that little bit down because otherwise I'm going to end up with green everywhere. So I'm just going to move those pretty flowers out of the way. I'm going to be naughty. Sorry, everyone, but I'm just... it needs to be dry. And I know I'm not the only one that uses my sleeve to do that. I can't be. Okay, so I have my little piece of blended cardstock. I'm just going to grab my leaves. I'm not going to be using the stems today. And I think if you used, like, actually, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything about my idea, but I'm just going to go and grab something in a little second. You know, I have these ideas. They need to happen. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Maybe a little bit of snip on. Oh, Christine. Yes, that is cheating. Okay. So I'm going to run this through. And then I'm going to run and go and get something. Okay. Oops. Back in a sec. Okay. Sorry, I'm just grabbing some inks while I'm here. You'd have thought I had enough inks on my disc, but I do have the little thing so I can do what I was going to do. Okay, so I am going to cut some more of these leaves, and you can see that I have done it so that the lighter edge is on the tip and then the darker edge is on the bottom of that blending there. Oh, Sarah, yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's times where I do love the Builder flower more, and then there's times where I like the Crafter flower more. I think it just goes with what you want to do with it. And also, there is a crafty corner that I have out on YouTube where I did actually use the dies to make stamps. And that does work. So you kind of get stamps and dies. You do it with like funky foam or fun foam. And then you would use the fun foam to cut the dies, and then you would kind of have stamps. I mean, they're not perfect. They are going to give you a bit more of a rustic feel to them, but they can work as a push. Okay, so I have my leaves. I have my centers. And I did want to show you the little thing that I had in mind when I had these leaves. I mean, I'm not going to keep it, but what kind of leaves do these look like to you? I mean, obviously they're daisy leaves, but I think you could definitely use these to make some kind of classy cards, maybe with 2 leaves and something extra it's going to need. Okay. And come on. It's not going to come out the packet. And maybe some red berries. So if maybe I put a couple of red berries here. I think these would make very classy holiday cards, maybe. But you see where I'm going with this. Sometimes things don't necessarily need to be used as they were designed. And I think that, overall, they could be bat wings, definitely. But I'm thinking they do look like holly leaves. And I think that would look pretty cute. Yay, I don't know. It's just another idea. It popped into my head. I thought I had to do it. So I am going to move that over to the side. I will possibly steal those leaves back in a sec. All right, but let's go ahead and layer up our little flower. Now I do want a little bit of more kind of movement to these. So I am, for the bottom layer, going to kind of take my thumb, and you're going to want it warm. It's easier when your hands are warm to do this. And you just kind of pull and twist your thumb around the paper, and that's going to give you a little bit of a lift on there. It's just going to mold the paper up a little bit, kind of make it into a cup shape. Okay, and the same one with this, because this is the second layer, so I'm just going to pull those up. As you can see with these, because I don't want to tear anything, I am holding the base quite hard and then pulling that up. I don't want to pull any of these petals off. Okay. Okay, so make sure everything's like kind of proportionate. You may get a little bit of nail mark in there, that's fine. Just shows that you've made it. Okay. And with these ones, I mean, I could do exactly the same, but I do want more of a turn or curl on this one. So I'm going to hold it again in the center like I did before to make sure I don't pull this off. But this time I'm going to use my nail to pull that up. And that's going to give it much more of a curl than it would with my thumb. I'm surely you guys have probably done this before with like ribbon on gift wrap. Right? I know you can use your scissors, but I'm rubbish doing it with my scissors. I mean, I can do it with my nail. Scissors, no, not so much. Oops. So, oh, Miss Lion, I hope that you do watch it. Good night, though. So again, I'm holding that centerpiece. It doesn't really matter so much on this layer here because I don't feel that I'm going to kind of rip or tear anything off this layer. It's more of a solid piece than anything else. Oh, bone folder suit. That would definitely work. Or like a stylus tool on a foam mat. That would also work as well. Bone folder. Good call. Maybe I'm just old school with my fingers, maybe. It's me and my blocks again, right? Me and my old school blocks. Okay, so I have those up, and then I'm going to use this one. Now, these do have, like I said before, a perfect place to layer up. But you know what? I'm just going to stick these on. I'm not going to worry about it. I am going to use some foam tape. And I'm thinking if I really do want to use these flower centers, or do I want enamel dots in the center of these flowers? I'm not sure yet. Paintbrush, pencil, that would work as well. Hey, I'm so glad that everyone else is popping in to give out tips. All of these would work, everyone out there, you know, if you're new to kind of paper curling, just give it a go. Find out what works for you. There is no right and there is no wrong when it comes to crafting. That is my kind of philosophy. If you're stressing about it, it's probably not the right way for you to do it. Just trying something else. It'll be fine. As long as you figure out a way that works for you, everything's going to be a-okay. So I am going to twist that. I know that's not where it's supposed to be, but I do want the look of more petals on this one. Scissors, good call. That would work as well. I'm so glad everyone's giving tips. Thank you so much, everyone. See, so I'm thinking enamel dots. I'm thinking this yellow might be a little bit bright for my little flower that I've got here. But look how cute that is. And I mean, we only added a little bit of shading to the center, but it really makes a huge difference. It looks really, really pretty. I'm just going to do the same for this one. Yeah, you probably could make like little wings out of this one, I reckon. Just cut this one off. Maybe that would look like a butterfly. Oh, so it's fabulous, isn't it? This is mine at the minute. It's not as big as it used to be. I think I do need to order another one. Okay. So again, I do want a couple more petals in this one. So I'm twisting it round, not exactly where it needs to go or wants to go, but that's where it's going today. And then again, twisting that around. Okay. I'm going to put these flower centers together first, and then I'm going to make my decision. I think that's the best call for this today. So this is the first layer. Pick that out. Hook. Move that over. And this is going to go on one of these. I think it's going to go on this one. So I'm all of the, of the way that things don't need to be perfect. If they kind of fit, that's fine. If it maybe wasn't supposed to go perfect, yeah, it won't go perfect. But hey, everything's fine. They do, Sarah. They can look like mistletoe as well. They're just really pretty leaves. Let me put that on. Right, now I'm going to make the decision whether or not we're having this bold, bright flower center. Actually, now that it's on there, it's not looking as bright and bold as it did. I'm quite happy with that flower center. I'm going with it. We're going with it. Hopefully that's okay, Sue. Okay. So, we have another piece. Cookie books. I am using my little tweezers from Old to New. And I have to say, right, hand on heart, I was of the impression that I didn't need tweezers, that I could quite easily pick tiny little things up. And I can. But these make it so much easier. And I really wish that I had have bought some sooner than it took me to get some from Old to New. Yep, should have done that sooner. Okay, so I have my little centers. Back off. I think that one goes in that one. Oh, does it matter? No, it doesn't. It really doesn't matter. I'm going to go in that one. Okay. Oh, it looks so cute. Oh yeah, little cute drops on here. Like little dewdrops. That would be very sweet. All right. So I have my really beautifully soft flowers with the gradient leaves. I am going to steal these leaves back off my little holly experiment. But because I've got such really soft colors, I want a bold background. I do. So I'm going to grab another piece of cardstock. I am going to trim this down because I don't want the whole of the card to be dark. So I'm going to go to 3 inches. So it's 3 by 2 1/4. So I just kind of trimmed that down. A normal card panel. All right. And I'm going to do a bit more blending. And I'm going to start with, sorry everyone. Oh, there we go. Galactic Stream. One of my favorite navies. Big brush for this one because we are doing a background. So I'm just going to swirl that around. Oh, sorry. Yeah, they would be cool as well. So I'm adding the Galactic Stream to the bottom of my little piece here. I will go over it again. When I'm doing backgrounds, I tend to do it twice. I don't know why. Well, I do. I find that it works better for me. I get much better blend. And then I'm going to go in the Lagoon. Pull that out. So this is not like the proper blending. I'm just kind of putting a layer down to help me blend the second layer perfectly. Volcano Lake. And we all thought I was going to not do a card with lagoon colors today, didn't we? Okay. And then finish off with the Mountain Mist. Oh, the buzzing Avril, I think it might be my fan on my computer because it's off to the side maybe. And I do have lots of things on the computer. So the computer's here because that's how it's streaming. So maybe that's what it is. Sorry about that. Maybe it's getting a little bit warm today. All right, so I've got that. So I'm then going to go back down through my colors. So I'm going to go to Lagoon. Oh no, the Volcano Lake, sorry. And this is going to give me a much nicer blend this second time around. Maybe I've been doing too much computer work and not enough crafting. Maybe that's what it is. So, squidging that down. Okay. And then Galactic Stream. I'm thinking I would have wanted to put another dark blue down the bottom there, but I don't have one, so I'm not going to do that. Or even a black. That would look very, very cool. Another quick little clean. Another quick little dry. All right, so let's put the card together. All right, so I have a card base. Hopefully it's not going to curl because it's still a little bit damp down there. I'm thinking I'm going to have my darker bit at the bottom. Oh, that had something on it. Oh no. I'm hoping I just didn't need that. Maybe I did. Okay. And one more in that center. What about that? I should do it. Okay. Oops. Okay. Put that in. Then I am going to add my flowers in. Now these probably won't stick down the greatest because I do have that huge amount of ink on the bottom there, but we're just going to keep going for a little minute. Normally, if I was doing a inked background, I would leave that to dry for a little while before I try to stick anything down on top of it, because sometimes you can find that the adhesive won't stick to it. Okay, so I'm going to pop that flower there. Oops. Kind of tucking those flowers into each other, because flowers do that sometimes, right? They don't necessarily always grow away from each other. Petals do, stick in with each other. Use some glue to add in some of these. I do like it when it goes off the sides a little bit. Now I'm going to stick some, well, these two leaves over here as well. Okay. I will use those on a different project, don't worry. It's on the back of a double-sided adhesive sheet, so they will come off. That one went there a little bit. Oh no, maybe it does need to stay there now. Oops. A tiny bit. I will need to trim off a little bit of that. So yeah, I'm normally of the persuasion if that thing just needs sticking down right now. Oh, Janelle, it, even though it's huge, sometimes it can be used quite quickly. So what I do want is maybe I can have it there underneath. I mean, it's not going to go to this edge, but I think that's going to be okay. I think it'll look quite cute. So I'm just trimming away some foam squares. Oh, I kind of hug it while I'm putting it, so sorry. Oh, sorry. It's okay, Zara. It's totally fine. You'll get to watch the replay. Okay, so I'm just going to add some foam tape on. So I'm thinking about this, and I'm thinking maybe to make it not look, maybe we can, no, I'm liking it like that. I like the little line going up. I was going to kind of trim it at an angle, but I think that's good. Okay. Maybe if I'd have thought about it as well, I would have added some like water droplets to that background with the iridescent shimmer. That would be very, very pretty. Just going to tuck that in. I do want this to be read properly, so I'm going to move that over. Okay. Always trim any overhanging things from behind because you can see exactly where you need to go, and it's going to give you a much cleaner look that way. So here is the card. I mean, it's not sticking completely, but hopefully you can see all the dimension that we got on those very, very pretty flowers. We also did that really dark background, and I think that sentiment strip really kind of finishes off the card in a really simple way. They almost look like water lilies to me, like this, maybe with a more of a pinky center. That is probably the look that you would get from there. Yep, so I was debating whether or not, but I was kind of liking the sharp edges on this one today. But another day I may have trimmed it. Today I didn't. So everyone, thank you so much for joining me. It has been a pleasure. I really do hope that you have a great weekend this weekend. And thank you so much for joining me. And we'll see you again really, really soon. Bye-bye.